And welcome back, my fellow fiends, to Let's Play Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne. As you can see, we are once again in Shibuya because it is really close to a side quest we need to get to. Now, in the previous video, we of course finished up Yoyogi Park. We got a useless object from Sakahagi. Mr. Cow went Godface on us and gave us some mysterious questions. And Chiaki kind of became overgrown in replacing her own arm, if you catch my drift. This time, although we need to return to Asakusa to update Hijiri on the situation, there's still one more thing for us to do in Yoyogi Park. After you defeat Sakahagi and talk to Miss Takao, something will change in the Shibuya, or the west entrance. Wonder what that means. Anybody enlighten us on a little bit more? Well, if you have any pattern recognition at this point, you may be able to figure what's about to happen here. Also, off-screen, I fused a Nigimitama with Watchful, because at this point I do want to get the boosts onto him and then register that, and anytime I'm going to create a demon that has elemental spells, I'll be able to easily get those spells boosted by fusing a Nigimitama onto them if I register this one. So I just want to get a head start on that, and I should have it done like midway through the next major dungeon. Some woman, huh? I wonder who they're talking about. Oh, that guy's just talking about the general conflict with the fairy. Well, anyway, entering this door here, once again, the candelabrum of sovereignty flickers wildly. Now, going into this, there's one particular demon that I want to bring attention to that I'm going to be using, Mizuchi. I was not expecting this guy to come out again, but he is actually going to be somewhat useful here for tanking electric attacks. Otherwise, White Rider is just there for damage and Rakukaja support, which will also pair nicely with Mizuchi. It is also very fortunate that Mizuchi has Makakaja, because that is going to be incredibly important for this fight. Daisojo, you know, he's here for healing, and he's going to tank mind ailments. That's going to be very important here. And then I have Murakumo equipped. Once again, a situation where I don't have to worry about fire and ice, but I am going to need some level of fizz resistance just for that bit of safety. This has been coming up surprisingly frequently in this Let's Play. I'm kind of shocked that I've never noticed these situations where this is useful. Alright, let's get to it. Well, we came all this way. Oh, I'm positive. Alright, who do we gotta deal with this time? Another rider? Oh, it's a lady. Well, I really couldn't do anything with it. I had no idea how that thing worked. Seem to be making some assumptions about me here, man. Ooh, that is a big doggy. I'm not sure. I'm gonna say no for now. Somehow I have a feeling, depending on what I answer, it's not going to really matter. Ooh, spooky, scary skeleton face woman. But yes, this is Mother Harlot, or as this game truncates her name to, just the Harlot. You know, space limitations. Now, her big gimmick is that her physical attack... oh, that's unfortunate. I can recover from that, I think. Oh dear, I did not expect that to happen. Let's see, we'll do that with Daisojo. Here's what we're gonna do. We're not gonna just bring him back in right away. We're gonna have White Rider pass, we're gonna have Mizuchi Rakukaja us, and it's, what do I have here? Oh, thank you. I did not sell my bead chain. That was important. But yes, her physical attack hits 7 times, Beast Roar does some damage to us and restores her HP. Okay, oof, that was like the worst way this fight could have started. Fortunately, we were able to recover from that. Bit of a shame that I had to waste a beat chain on something that silly, but it happens sometimes. Let's see, let's just pass. Get another, or get Medea up. Get another Rakukasha up. Now, the Harlot has access to Dekunda, so you want to use buffs here to deal with her damage. Okay, that's not too bad. Okay, now we're able to breathe a little bit more easily. Let's start getting our defense maxed out here. Gonna want to have Daisojo use Prayer just to get to the most back. Now, when going on the offensive, and this is why we need Makakaja, the Harlot has Fizz Repel. Do not launch physical attacks at her, or you will regret it. Alright, now that we've got our defense in order, as you can see, she also has Dragon's Eye. She also has Focus, which is why I wanted to have physical resistance on the Demi-Fiend, because otherwise this could get really ugly. There we go, and that's why Mizuchi is here, to tank those Bolt Storms. She has Focus up, so we do need to be mindful of that. Let me see. Yeah, I may as well just go for the most damage, so we will use Tornado. And honestly, at this point, we can just start going on the offensive. Gotta want to go with our boosted magics here. Let's see, actually, Daisojo is the only one who took a hit there, so he can just meditate that damage off. Do not think we'll have any opportunity to MP stall her here. Yeah, alright. Yeah, this fight had a very rough start, but now we should pretty much have it in the bag, I'd say. Excepting for any weird things. Fortunately, with physical resistance and endure, I should not have to worry about the Demi-Fiend being taken out suddenly. We can just pass. Get another Makakaja up, get another big boosted Tornado off, and I think we need one more before we're at max with that. Alright, we've done a good amount of damage to her. Oh, she's getting into this. Alright, what are you gonna do? Yeah. That might be... yeah, Daisojo's out. Alright. Ooh, that's a... okay, oof. Let me use another... I forgot what I was going to be doing. I was going to use attack mirrors whenever she focused, so I didn't have to worry about that kind of thing. Oh, well. We'll use Prominence. And... I'm not sure what we'll just pass here. We should be able to weather some damage before I get Daisojo back in. Okay, good thing that we're not getting muted there, because I don't know if I actually have any dismutes on hand. And Daisojo's just been having a rough day today. Keeps getting taken out. And the main reason I wanted to bring him back in is just so we can get some of our HP back. Medea should be fine. It's very probable that he's just going to get taken out by the Harlot again, because he doesn't have any defense buffs anymore, but that's just how it is. Oh, never mind. Okay, Daisojo, you get to live and keep your experience. Nice. You can get a handy chunk of experience there. Mizuchi gets probably his last level up for this game before I fuse him off into something else. And I get another point of agility. I honestly don't care about Void Fire, so what the heck, let's take Chaos Blade. Who knows, maybe I'll find a use for it. What you gonna do to me, Murakumo? Oh, hey, I've finally been cursed! Well, this'll give us a chance to finally show that off. What do you got for us, Karama? I don't think I've yet to have a demon give me an incense in this Let's Play yet. I've usually gotten that at least once by now. I'm sorry I made you sad, Mizuchi. It's a disappointing ending to your final bit of tenure in the Demi-Fiend's party. But for defeating the Harlot, we get the Candelabrum of Beauty. Now, that is not the only bonus boss we have access to at the moment. So, for starters, let's just show off how Curse affects us. If we try to switch our Magatama, you are cursed, and you cannot switch it. So the game will not let you do that while you are cursed. That is the most dangerous effect of Curse. If you have a very bad Magatama equipped for whatever situation you're in, like you have Anathema equipped, and you are in an area where enemies are slinging out Expel magic, or you have, Murakumo itself right now equipped, and we're in a situation where we could be facing a lot of fire and ice magic, that, of course, would be pretty nasty. That would put us in a very, very bad spot, even if we had other demons to cover those weaknesses. But the other effect of Curse, and this is somewhat interesting if you're trying to get specific demons, though I've never really bothered to use it for this because it's not that helpful. It affects things in the Cathedral Shadows, so I think if you go in at any time except full Kagetsuchi, you get different music. Yeah, here we go. And of course, the Minister addresses us as the Cursed One now. Now, when you are cursed, it changes your fusion results. So let's just take Mizuchi here, and as you can see, everything that he can be fused into now are either Haunts, or Wilders, or Foul-type demons. Basically, when you're cursed, you can only fuse Evil-type demons. So if you want to get access to these demons, cursing yourself is one way to get them without having to look for, like, these specific demons to fuse them. I don't think that's particularly helpful. I don't really care about any of these demons. The main thing they have going for them is that they are frequent components in fusions for Vile-type demons, which in turn is probably the first demons you're going to be able to fuse to get access to Tyrant-type demons, but it's far from helpful. Let's just get that curse taken care of. And yeah, it's as simple as returning to the Fount of Healing and getting it cured off of you. Alright, so we do want to switch our Magatama up once again. We want to equip Anathema here. Let me see. We're going to put Mizuchi back in the stock. And who do I want to bring for this upcoming battle? I'm actually not 100% sure. Actually, I think Arahabaki should do it. Man, this guy, again, there's just been so many things in this Let's Play that I've been using for much longer than I have been in my test playthroughs. I think partially it's because I'm not doing as much secondary work like grinding or anything, so, or I'm not like farming money or anything like that, so I don't really have the means to get rid of these, so I just find other applications for them. But our next order of business is in the Kabukicho Prison, and we will update our save file here, so let's just do that. Alright, so once you return to the Kabukicho Prison, and I don't know if anything directs you to go here. There may be something in, there may be a demon or a spirit in Ikebukuro who mentions this, but Kabukicho Prison looks a little different here. You got any comment on this? What emperor? Well, let's just head back to the top floor then. Let me see. I believe we can just go through the stairwell now. Yeah, buddy, I believe you. So, let's go see who this emperor is. And I don't think there'll be anything blocking our way forward. Sorry if you heard a Discord blip there. My phone is not silenced at the moment. I forgot to turn it off before this recording started. I always lose track of something these days. Oh well. And yeah, just walking. We're walking. And suddenly there's a dragon. Now, that'd actually be pretty undesirable if there was. I'm trying to avoid encounters here just so we can get to the interesting fights. Now this fight coming up is not... Oh, what? Oh, Yaxini, she's like over it. She can use Dragon Eye, she's got Retaliate as you can see there, but whatever. I have no problem just auto-battling her away. Man, that wasn't even worth it. She's like just barely in the range. Or did I not set up a stoma? No, I did. Yeah, she must just barely be in the range to actually run into. I don't know if I actually ran into her while I was here previously. I think I did. Alright, with that out of the way. Hey, it's a bunch of Jack Frosts. And they are heeing, and they are hoeing, and they are praising the Emperor. We can probably assume that the Emperor is connected to these guys in some capacity. Hee-ho to the champion, indeed. And in Mizuchi's former room, this is where we will find the Emperor. Ooh, that's a big frost. He looks so delighted to be here. And it is Black Frost, a Hien and a Hoenn. He is the true face of evil. Yeah, right. Ho! Are you gonna take us onto the aggro crag? Nah, how else do we sell things in this game? We're gonna fight to the death, of course. And this is why I want to equip Anathema, and it also helps to just have instant death resistance in general. It would really not be desirable if we just started this fight right out and we got killed. Or rather, I used up Endure. So, to the extent of my knowledge, and I've been wrong on this before, Black Frost does not have access to Degeja or Dekunda, so we are free to buff and debuff with impunity. Black Frost does not repel or nullify physicals, but he is highly resistant to them. Also, here's where Arabaki comes in handy. He's highly resistant to them. He takes, I believe, he takes like 10% damage from physical attacks. So physical attacks are out here. There is no way you'll have any way to get around that, so it is just better to use magic here. And once again, Magatama comes very in handy. Yeah, this Let's Play I have made very, very sure, much more so than I did in my test playthroughs, to make sure I always have access to stuff like Rakukaja. Oh, wait, no, not Prominence, not Prominence. He actually does repel fire, so that would end our turn right there. So, hey, actually finding a use for Zan. Or not. Whatever. He doesn't have too much HP, so this fight shouldn't take too long. Alright, what can you really do? He's going berserk, and it did nothing for him. Alright, White Rider, you want to not miss this time? Yeah, that's really pathetic looking. Check this out. And, let's just keep up the offensive, really. I'll throw up another Makakaja. Let's just have White Rider pass here. Get the much stronger attack out. There we go. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Naturally, it can be a lot tougher if you didn't have the preparations I did, but this is my Let's Play, so I made sure to come into this fight prepared. Hey, Degeja, very nice. Well, that's the last time I would ever want to use Zan, so we're just getting rid of that. And he's just a normal Jack Frost now. No, he's sad. I'm melting. This turned into a sudden downer, surprisingly. But hey, we got a Magatama, so I'm happy now. We get the Magatama of Satan. And Satan is basically just an upgrade to Anathema, more or less. It has extremely similar stats, but gives more in some areas. Let's see. Yeah, it gives more strength. Gives 1 point less of vitality, but gives 3 more points of luck. Gives the same amount of magic and also nullifies death in his weakest spell. So, yeah, basically an upgrade to Anathema. Not a huge one, but decent enough. The first skill it teaches is Jive Talk, a useless skill that allows you to talk to haunt wilder and foul demons that I don't care about. The really interesting skill on Satan is one of the last skills it teaches. It teaches one of the best multi-targeting physical skills in the game, Deadly Fury. So we'll definitely want to look into that later, once we start taking off with physical damage. Let me see, what do I want to equip here? Let's just go back to the tried and true Kamudo, because we are going to be heading into the Labyrinth of Amala once again. So I'm just going to head there. I'm going to heal up off screen and meet you in the third Kalpa. See you there. Alright, and here we are in the third Kalpa, and I am on death's door. We'll just heal that off. Okay, here we are in the third Kalpa, and we can finally drop off our candelabra. We do not have to go through a cutscene with the riders anymore. We have already killed them. Yeah, I was so mad when I first played this game. I got to this point, or I got really, really far in the game, and I actually fought the final fiend, the Trumpeter, and I was like, where the heck are the rest of them? I had never even fought Daisojo either, because I just never thought to look for him in Ikebukuro. So, by the end of the game, I had only fought Matador, Hellbiker, and Trumpeter, and had made no progress on the Labyrinth of Amala except the first Kalpa. And then I just, like, I guess I just looked it up after a point. Like, I think I did eventually find Daisojo on my own, and then I had to look up that you had to enter the third Kalpa to trigger the fights with the riders, and I thought, well, that is stupid. And it is stupid. But that's neither here nor there. I'm giving you a brief rundown of the time I played the game in, oh Jesus, a long time ago, like 2012. Over a decade ago. Anyway, let's get out of that. So, we are in the third Kalpa now, and this one has a very unique gimmick to it, which we will be seeing shortly. Now, if we actually want to progress in the third Kalpa, we want to head this way. Now, when we enter this room, see a rather freaky-looking door here. Oh. Okay, but yes, we have stat check doors. You need to be over a certain stat line to actually go through these doors. Now, I think, don't quote me on this, I think the luck door, if you do not meet the requirements for any of these doors, I think the luck door will warp you to a section that will allow you to go deeper into the Kalpa, but I may be wrong on that. I've never really bothered to check, and I don't feel like checking right now. I do know the luck doors, you can enter them regardless. Once you get past the initial door, you can enter the doors regardless of whether or not you meet the stats, and it'll warp you around to different parts of that maze. But the only one we can truly go through, since I've focused on that stat, is magic. It'll be a long time before we can go through the strength and the luck doors in ways that'll actually let us get anything. So, let's head into the magic door first. Yeah, let's go ahead. Alright. Yes, and I believe the amount of magic you need to get through every door, not just a couple of the doors, but to get through all the doors in this maze, is at least 20, I want to say. I know for luck it's definitely 25. I don't know if it's the same is true here, but that's another reason why 25 is a good cutoff point for stats. This Kalpa specifically is where that will come in handy. So, the gimmick of this is that we're going to have a lot of one-way doors in this maze. We go through them, and we cannot go back through them, so we kind of commit to the route that we're on now. And there are also a lot of mystical chests to grab in this area, so first order of business, we gotta get the full Kagetsuchi. Now, the enemies in the third Kalpa, for this particular section, are very similar to what we'd be seeing in Yoyogi Park and the Obelisk. In fact, this area, the earliest you can access it is after clearing the Obelisk and defeating Black Rider. There are some tougher enemies deeper in the dungeon after a specific point, and we'll get over that when it becomes relevant. With that out of the way, let's just get the Kagetsuchi at full. Oh, you know what? I just put my coffee down. We got new enemies right away. Yoma Ifrit and Yoma Jin. Jin is actually an evolving demon who evolves in the Ifrit, and both of these guys are encountered as random encounters out in the Vortex world. And in fact, funnily enough, you actually encounter Ifrit before you encounter Jin. Jin is in one of the final dungeons, whereas Ifrit is in one of the next big dungeons we're going to go to. So you can actually recruit Ifrit before you even have a chance to evolve him, assuming you can't just fuse Jin. But otherwise, they're fairly vanilla enemies. Ifrit is fire-focused, Jin is force-focused, which is why I didn't wind-cutter him. Alright, let's get back to advancing the Kagetsuchi. Alright, the Kagetsuchi is at full. Let's see what our first reward is. We get an attack mirror. Lame, lame, lame. Oh well, there's gonna be more mystical chests and more Kagetsuchi advancing that I gotta do. Let's go through this regular door first. And in here, we find more mystical chests, and the Kagetsuchi just rolled over. So, once again, I gotta go through that rigmarole. See you when we're back at full. Alright, here we are at full Kagetsuchi, and I just wiggled around to get it exactly full, because there are 2 chests in this room. So this first one contains a Bomb of Rising, to replace all the ones that I used in the Harlot fight. Now there's another one on the other side of the room that we just kind of want to shimmy along to. Come on, we can make this. Okay. Yes! Alright. Yeah, I just don't want to waste any movements, so we can get a chakra pot. It's okay, I guess. I sounded way more enthusiastic about that than I actually was. Alright, so we're back around here. Now we have no choice but to take the magical door. I do not know the exact values that are checked for these doors. I did not have as much time this week to actually do any additional research, and we get more mystical chests. Alright, so once again, I'm going to run around until it's full Kagetsuchi, and we are going to get the treasure. Alright, I can finally get this treasure. We've only been in here for a very brief period of time, and I've already had to advance the Kagetsuchi 3 times to get these stupid treasures. We get a bead chain, which is much more worthwhile than we have been getting, and a soma, very nice. Bead chain in particular replaces the one that I used. Anyways, there are no doors out, instead we just gotta warp out of there. Alright, so this will, I forget exactly. Like I said, I wasn't able to do as much studying up as I typically do for these videos because working a bit of an unusual shift this week. Okay, let's just go through it methodically. Let's take this first door, see where it takes us, and we are in a strange area that leads us back in on the other ones. Yeah, that just leads us back. So we want to take this door instead. And in here, there's a teleporter. And that just warped it out. Well, that was kind of anticlimactic. Oh well. It gives us a chance to check the door that was right in front of us as soon as we entered. I think we've gotten all the interesting treasure. There are no incenses or anything in this area. Most of the incenses are actually located behind the luck door. I do not consider luck worth investing in just for that fact. Alright, so... Well, actually, you know what? I can show off Chaos Blade here. Here, feel the Divine Light. Yeah, he's gone. Let's show off Chaos Blade. It is a weapon-based physical skill that hits all enemies, and it has a chance of inflicting bind. I don't really care about that, honestly. Oh, no, actually, it's a random hit skill. Never mind, the description was wrong. But yeah, it does decent damage. Of course, it is another physical attack that does not care about our strength. It is HP-based instead, so, you know, not much going for it there. So this point of strength, not going to help Chaos Blade at all. It's actually the 6 HP that I'm getting that helps it. And we've learned Jive Talk. I don't care about it. We're getting rid of it. Now the next skill we could get from Anat, or Satan rather, is Void Death, which actually would be pretty helpful, but not for any of the upcoming dungeons. And by the time I'm worried about instant death again, it's just not going to be as big a concern. Alrighty. Let's get Kamudo on, and let's just top ourselves off real quick. Alright, so the door right in front of us does not loop into any area. And this... Well, let's go through this. I do kind of forget. Okay, this is actually the correct way, and we are forced into going to the correct way. So, down this ladder... Unfortunately, there is nothing... There is something you can get if you go into a particular door down to this B1 floor. There are several doors that you can access from the different mazes that will take you into hallways on B1 that contain doors that check your title. Let me get into the Magatama screen. Or no, not that. The status screen. As you can see, right now, we're a votary. As you master Magatamas, you will gain alignment points, sort of, or more like affinity points, I guess. They'll push you towards certain titles. Titles are purely aesthetic. They don't actually affect anything in the game, except these doors in the third Kalpa. The title you have will influence whether you can open the good door, the neutral door, or the evil door. Now, you see Magatama that are like Marogare, Anathema, Miasma. They're kind of like that dark bluish, almost purple color. Those are evil Magatama. So those give us points towards having an evil title. These light green ones are neutral Magatama, so they just push us along the neutral title line. And these light blue Magatama, these are good Magatama, so mastering these will give you a good title. So, I forget if Votary is a neutral or a hero title, actually. It doesn't really matter too much, it's just something you can do. None of the things behind those alignment doors are particularly helpful. They just have shady brokers that sell weird demons that have weird skill sets that I don't care about, so we're not going to worry about it. Hey, there's a gold door over there. We can't do anything with this yet, not until we reach the 4th Kalpa and complete nearly everything there. Can we do something with that door? But keep it in mind for later. Guns and a giant sword? That sounds so familiar, but it's something that I haven't thought about in quite a while, actually. Not since 2018. We got another fiend already? And, wait, in the Labyrinth of Amala? What's going on here? It's Dante from the Devil May Cry series. Yes, we haven't seen him in a while, but the Big D himself is back. Dante is our main challenge for the 3rd Kalpa. Once you get past the door mazes, we run into Dante. Jackpot. Oh, I don't have any idea of anything. Oh, well, I'm not dumb enough to play into his hand, but I am dumb enough to reap the rewards of doing his little side quest. No way, you can't tell me what to do. I respect you, Dante, but you can't tell me what to do. Alright. Now, despite it looking like he's starting a fight there, he actually left the room. And we are going to do, in the next video, a fun little challenge that is affectionately referred to as Dante Tag. But that is where we're going to end this video. Kind of a weird spot to end this video, but I couldn't really think of a better place to do it. When we return, we will be challenging Dante in his fun game of tag. See you then. As always, I hope you enjoyed watching. Goodbye.